I don't mind the heat. What I dislike is stuffiness. Like, I would much rather right now be outside. Yeah, because like our aircon needs a service, and it's so funny. Well, it's not funny actually. It's really annoying. It's like it comes up with a little thing. It's like a little tool, like a little spanner icon on the thing. It's like, this means you need a service, and all of a sudden it's just not working anymore. Like, fuck. Well, it's like working, but it's like a quarter of what it should be, as in the coldness.
Yeah.
And so the house is like not. It's just stuffy. It's just the worst.
Mine's not even working.
You should have built your man cave with a window in it that opens.
It does have a window.
Does it open?
It's hot as fuck though. Yeah. It's
Really?
like 40 degrees outside though.
That's alright.
Yeah, but
I thought you said you liked the heat.
Air in. I do like the heat. But
It's like a warm hug. You said.
It's antithetical. No, but inside, I'm happy to be outside right now. Like, I'll go outside and just chill in the 40 degrees, no worries. But in here, it's like murky.
Fair. Alright, on that note, welcome to episode 49 of Pleasure Explosion.
Holy
I'm your host.
fucking shit.
I know, it's supposed to be 50, but Tom is in Sydney, not seeing Foo Fighters like I thought.
Yeah, I thought he was seeing Foo Fighters for some reason, but
No.
It was discussed he was coming over for Foo Fighters, wasn't
No,
it?
the idea was if he was going to possibly stay for Foo Fighters and come to RTX, but he decided not to.
Ah, right.
but then he got a
Nobody's
job.
ever
Ugh.
But
overrated. We're joined today by Ashley Hobley,
Yes, that's me
Well, if we
talking
started.
right now with the words.
Sorry.
Jack Cruz,
Words and podcasting.
Jono Peck,
Shaboy. And Jack should lose the underscore, my opinion.
Go fuck
Save the
yourself.
underscore. Hashtag save
yeah.
the underscore.
Hashtag save the underscore.
It's kind of confusing because you got underscores in some things and no underscores in other things.
Yep.
I have an underscore everywhere except YouTube.
Yeah, so keep it consistent.
Was that a
Only the
choice,
most.
or were you not allowed to have an underscore?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me put an underscore.
You should have written
Oh,
underscore.
okay.
Cruisy,
Yeah.
Cruisy mate.
Cruisy
Cruisy
underscore
underscore
mate.
mate.
spelled out underscore. No, that would have made things a lot worse. Yeah, no, everywhere except YouTube is the underscore, and I can't there's things like PSN that I can't change, and so I'm just I'm going with it. The underscore's on brand.
PSN's
I like
my
it.
only thing that's not consistent. It's got a hyphen. Everywhere else is Jono himself.
God damn it, Shu, hey.
Come on,
Did somebody
Shuhei.
had already got Jono himself?
I don't know. I'm not sure what I was thinking. I think that was
Thought
before.
hyphens
Johnny
look cool.
himself 69.
That was before.
Johnny himself 69 was
Yeah.
not available.
It was before Twitter and it was before Facebook and everything. So maybe I just
You weren't thinking about SEOs at the
I
time.
wasn't thinking ahead.
Alright, this week I provided a thesis statement for today's episode, and the question was, will farts ever not be funny? I want to hear your thoughts.
Very provocative idea.
It's
Was
very
there a
thought-provoking.
reason this thought came to mind, or just out of the blue?
It just popped into my head.
Popped. Get it? Popped. I don't think farts are funny to begin with.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not.
I think they're always funny.
I like toilet humor, but I didn't think farts just are you talking comedy fart in comedy, or are you talking farts as in real life someone farts and it's funny?
Yeah. Whenever I hear a fart, I have to laugh. I laugh to myself.
Really? I think it's gross. I'm
No,
like,
it is, that's why
air
it's
coming
funny.
out of the butthole. It smells. I'm like walking through the shopping center and some dude just drops one. I'm like, oh, for God's sake.
No, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Terrible
The audacity.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Crop
I
dusting.
find them very funny, but mostly it's only funny. I only find it funny when it's me doing it. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. Sometimes I'll drop one in bed and I'll look at Sal like, Sal, don't do that. So I guess sometimes that's a little bit funny, but
It's a perfect way to break the silence.
Exactly.
silence is golden.
What do you think, Ash?
I was trying to think about it all week, and I'm like, do I even find farts funny? I don't think so anymore. I think
Somebody
you sort of
fart
grow
quick.
out of it. Like, when you're a kid, anytime you hear a funny noise, it's hilarious, but I don't know. Maybe in certain situations, or when you see someone fart in an elevator or something, it's pretty...
Yep.
Just the awkwardness of that situation is funny, but
Never been in an elevator where someone farts? There's nothing funny about that.
Yes, it is.
But
Terrible
seeing that
situation.
is funny.
If you're in an elevator by yourself and you think it might be okay, and then like at the next floor you stop and people come in, that can be pretty awkward.
That's when you
a
get
risk
off.
I'm not willing to take.
Yeah.
Nah, that's funny.
I mean, farts are like the only time I can think of farts in real life being like that happens and you laugh is there's been a couple of times that like just stories that come to mind. I remember once on like the footy field, I played this guy named Carlo, and he was like he would have been like 6 foot, but this is when we were like 14, 15, so 6 foot was huge. Big, like probably 100 plus kilo boy, like huge dude. And he like fell backwards or something once during a football match and like landed on his backside and then like farted. Like the force of him
The
falling,
accidental
farted in
fart.
the middle of a footy match.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of a footy match. It just is the one thing you're not expecting to hear. And everyone everyone on the field just sort of stopped and just laughed. So that was kind of funny.
It must have been pretty loud to go over all that shit and that.
No, it was just like it was like it was probably like I don't know 10 players in the vicinity, and he just fallen. It's like beep, and it was just come out, and that was pretty good.
What's the most public place that you've farted?
Most public place that I've farted. I mean, school, I guess. If I think about it, like I remember once actually letting one rip, and primary school was like you drop a bomb in primary school, and your life might as well be over. I remember that.
Unless you own it,
that was
you've got
game
to own
over
it
for
at
me.
that point.
Took me. Yeah, but you can't like at that point in time.
No, because whoever smelt it dealt it.
True.
So as long as you don't say, you're fine.
I remember
You're golden.
I remember once I was at the Brewery nightclub in Newcastle, and I dropped one on the dance floor, and then it cleared the whole dance floor.
I have no doubt that that's a fact.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Oh. I think like probably an aeroplane.
That's one way to.
There's so many
That's one way to clear it.
noises
The
and
club of the
smells
night.
on a like when you're on a flight. There's a lot of noises and smells that aren't familiar. So dropping a farts, you can usually get away with it.
It's always the
I've
funniest.
dropped many a fart on a plane.
Yeah, that's the place to do it.
Many a fart.
Oh, that's not funny, Jack.
Yeah, those people have to sit in that for however many hours.
One of those people was Jono.
That's the thing I'm saying. You don't notice. You just go, oh, it's just aeroplane smells.
It's the best when you can let it go without anybody noticing, especially if it's
it's
somewhere
like you
you
got away
really
with
shouldn't
something.
be doing it,
Yeah.
like in a church or something like that. Do you fart at church, Jono?
Do you fart? Yeah, Jono. Do you fart in church?
Possibly when I'm on stage, like playing bass or something. There's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
I'm not like there's no one
Yeah.
really nearby me except maybe the drummer.
Slapping them out.
Just
then
add the brown note in.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think anyone would notice that. That's my thing. Like, if I think someone's going to notice, I'm not doing it. Like, I don't want anyone associating me with that person. But if I can get away with it, sure, feels better.
Like it would be great if you could have a sensor that would tell you if it was going to make noise or not.
That's half the risk.
Like a decibel counter.
Jack, you say that you don't find farts funny, but your favourite game last year was South Park Stick of Truth. So, where's
Isn't
that?
it
Yeah,
gonna
but-
happen
Sorry,
again?
not
Fractured
Fractured
Butthole.
Fractured Butthole, which is even more focused on farts. So, justify
Yeah,
that.
but that's like that. That's why my question was, around is it funny in comedy or is it in real life? And in real life, it's not. Like South Park does it well, but the farting aspect of South Park's comedy is like the least favorite thing that they about. Like my least favorite thing
Yeah.
about the comedy.
It's
that
a
they
pretty key part of the game as far as farts
Yeah,
go.
but
it's not necessarily
that was
funny
probably
the
my
whole
least sticking the. Yeah, it's not funny most of the time. After the
Although,
first time you stick
now
the
I'm
hose
imagining
in the
Nick
kid's
playing that,
ass.
and he's just laughing every single time he has to pull a fart move.
Yeah, I
Too
remember.
bad he'll never
is
get
that
to
what
play
happened?
it.
There's
No,
a long-
I'll play it if I can get it for free.
There's a long
I'm not
storied
gonna pay
history
for
it.
of
Yeah, that's right.
farts in video games. Like I remember playing Abe's Odyssey in like
Yeah,
1998,
they come to mind.
and the fart was a mechanic in that too. They started it, like the explosive.
There's a dedicated button.
fart. Yeah,
You hit a button and it farts.
hilarious. And the
I just think
characters
you've
react.
lost your childhood spirit, Jack.
Lost my childhood. Been broken.
You're too grown
Yeah,
up.
maybe.
What about William? Like your son, does he let go, and does that make you laugh? Because I always find it. Like I don't have a kid, but if you ever notice a dog fart and then the look they give you when you tell them off.
I could kill Snoopy when he does it. He knows when he does it as well, Snoopy. He jumps up on the bed and he's just like, and I'm like, you son of... And he's the worst. Get up, Snoopy. I'm trying to think if it's funny. It's kind of funny when William does it because you don't sort of like. He's just sort of like pop, pop, pop. They're just little pops. Like William. And sometimes you got to check if.
Does he laugh at it?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He knows it's funny.
Daddy, I popped.
Yeah, I'm gonna out them, but my mum's side of the family is like the worst. Like we all get together, and it's just like fart after fart, depending on the meal, I guess. But there's certain people who there's been many hysterics over farts in that family, so yeah, you just have to get used to it.
They sound horrible.
It's fun. It's good fun.
Were farts frowned upon in your family growing up, Jack? Is that where it comes from?
No, not at all. Like it would have been like this sort of thing. Like as a kid, farts are funny, but I feel like now if I think about farts in real, I'm like they're gross. They're like air that comes out of someone's asshole. It's the worst.
It's not
like
air.
It's hilarious.
The funny
even
thing
that
about
even
it
that statement is hilarious.
The worst thing about it is that learning that it's not just air. It's like particles of poop that
particles.
go into your nostrils.
It's gas.
It's horrible stuff. So yeah, no, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of farts. I feel like there's much more. I don't know. There's better physical comedy than farts.
I think
Yeah.
this segues into my next talking point. I think if I was on death row and I had my last meal, I would make something to make me fart.
After you die.
Yeah.
Really?
Not even after I die while I'm sitting there waiting for it to happen. You got to get your own back somehow.
Seems like a waste.
Just everybody's in the hospital room, somber.
Just like 6 pounds of baked beans.
No, just have something Mexican with like a lot of maybe a bit of egg and some beans. Like
There we go.
Eat
Target.
it a day later.
Extra Life, guys, when I had to drink those 5 eggs, that was a shocker, I can tell you. All that protein. I was like, what's going on with my body?
That'll get you popping.
Yeah.
That'll get you popping off.
Although I was reading, there's this one guy in Texas whose meal made him cancel the 87-year-long tradition of offering a last meal choice. This guy ordered 2 fried chicken steaks, a triple meat bacon cheeseburger, a large bowl of fried okra, a pound of barbecue, just says barbecue, 3 fajitas, a meat lover's pizza, a pint of ice cream, and a slab of peanut butter fudge, and with lots of peanuts, and he didn't eat a single thing.
He didn't eat a single
What?
thing.
All that, and then didn't eat any of it. So they had to chuck it
I was
out.
about to say that's the best fucking last meal ever.
Yeah, because you spend 6-7 hours trying to eat it all, so you an extra 6-7 hours.
That sounds fucking awesome.
So if you guys were on death row, what would you guys choose for your last meal?
Alcohol,
great question.
so I forget.
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about this quite a lot.
Planning on being there anytime soon?
Oh, you never know. You never know. Well, we don't. I'd have
We
to go
don't
to
have
the States and
the
do it.
death
We don't have
penalty, so
capital
it's not
punishment,
really
yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I have thought about it because I'm like, what would my last meal be? Would I get like spaghetti bolognese or something? But honestly,
Really? You'd waste it on spaghetti?
what do you mean fucking waste it?
Because
It's not a waste.
you can make spaghetti
you
at
fool.
home. Like, surely you go for something that you can't
Yeah,
just...
Not when I've been on death row for 6 years. You silly.
Not when you've had your Coca-Cola chorizo spaghetti bowl.
Oh yeah, that's the fucking good shit. That's the thing. It's not like I'm not going to be like spaghetti bolognese from the fucking prison kitchen. I'm talking like I have to make it. It has to be my spaghetti bolognese. Anyway, it's not spaghetti bolognese. So no, I'm not using it on spaghetti bolognese. I honestly, and I always just come back to this as like, yeah, this is just what I would get. I'll just have a large Big Mac meal with a McChicken burger on the side. That'd do it.
Oh, man.
That'd be my final meal.
Jeez.
Explain.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
I feel just like
Comfort
it's
food.
the tried and true. Yeah, like I mean, there's so many great meals out there. Like I've had so many good like gourmet burgers and obviously like the spaghetti bolognese and lasagna and stuff like that. But if I think about like, yeah, comfort food, like Ash said, like the one meal where I'm like, I just know like every time it's perfect. Like every time I
Really?
have it, it's perfect. Yeah.
It's hard to
And,
screw
like,
up.
Yeah, it's hard to screw up. And
Yeah, but
I feel like
it's
it would just be...
Relied
It
on
would just be
Macca's
perfect.
employees not fucking up.
Yeah, they've always done a good job. I mean, every now and then you get chips that are a little bit, you know, maybe a little bit cold or whatever, but I would specify, like, please make sure the chips are fresh.
It's not going to
Not too
happen.
much salt.
They're
How
my
are they
last
gonna
chips ever.
get it from Macca's to the prison fresh?
Oh, I don't know. They'll sort it out. They'll make it
Uber
work.
Eats.
This is a hypothetical prison, you know. Yeah, but that's my answer.
What about you, Ash?
Maybe, yeah, like a massive plate of lasagna, or maybe mac and cheese, or some sort of pasta, like fettuccine carbonara or something. Just creamy and like
Carbonara's
terrible for me.
Yeah.
Just all those carbs that are going to go to waste. I'll never
Speaking
burn
of
them
mac and
off. So.
cheese,
I was going to say that you've been working hard on burning those carbs.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I can imagine Ash being all prison jacked up,
Yeah.
just working out all the
Got
time.
nothing, got nothing else to distract me. I might as well.
Face tattoos and shit.
Probably not that
How do you know?
far.
He might have. Oh no, we do know. We wax his chest.
Yeah, I
He
don't
doesn't
have
have
any
prison
tattoos.
tats under there.
No.
Speaking of mac and cheese, I bought like the packet craft mac and cheese because I'd never had it before, and the smell of that packet cheese just turned me off mac and cheese for life. I've never
Really?
tried it again. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it
That's
was
a
just
shame.
revolting.
Mac and cheese is like on my forbidden list lately. Like I can't remember the last time I had pasta. Actually, the last time I had pasta was like when you guys were here, when I made it for you guys, and before that would have been like August or something. But
Yeah.
mac and cheese is like I think about it all the time. Like, oh fuck, I would love to have mac and cheese. I saw the thing you made the other day, Ashley. Like fuck, I could kill mac and cheese. Like that'd just be amazing.
Did you make that yourself from scratch?
Well, yeah, sort of. Well, with cheese and milk and stuff. Not like micro.
Well, you didn't make your own
not like in
cheese.
a box. No, I didn't make my own cheese.
You milk the cow.
No.
Walk us through it, Ash. Walk me through the mac and cheese.
It's what was the recipe? I think it's just you boil. Oh, you meant to simmer the milk. Simmer the milk. That was an important step that I misread. Because I started
Oh, no.
boiling the
Did
milk.
it ruin the whole meal?
No,
Oh,
it didn't.
no,
But
the curdle?
it started to boil over
Oh,
over
no.
the pot. So I had to turn that down real quick. But yeah, yeah. Then you just cook the pasta in the milk, and then once it's all tender and stuff, you take it off heat and put in butter, the cheese, and salt and pepper. Pretty simple.
Yeah, nice. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Is mac and cheese
Looks
meant to
good.
be a meal in itself, or is it a side to something?
I think
Because it doesn't
both.
look very substantial on its own.
No.
Yeah, it's very limited to what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically pasta and cheese.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can sprinkle some breadcrumbs.
You
or
can put
something
some
on
bacon
there
through it or
if you
something.
want, but yeah, I mean,
Bacon. You
generally
gotta
I
have
think
some
it's a
bacon or
side.
something, surely.
Yeah, some bacon in there or something along those lines. But I think normally it's a side.
Yeah.
Like it's an additive, or you get it as like an entree. But I don't know. Yeah, I've had it as a main meal before. Like I made a big fuck off tray of it a few months ago, and that was some good shit.
All right, Jono, your last meal.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about this. I think I would go with like a massive rack of ribs, like bigger than
Yeah.
I can finish. Because the problem that I usually have with ribs is they're not filling enough. Like you eat them all,
What kind
they're
of
mostly
ribs?
bone. Beef, I think,
Beef. Good choice.
with a beautiful like barbecue glaze or something. And it's something that
Pork
I
ribs are
don't
the
get
best, aren't
very
they?
often because a lot of places not many places serve them, and then the ones that do, they're like $40 or $35,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't usually spend that much on a meal, so
No
that's
way
what
I
I would go
would've
for.
thought much
And
either.
I would get so much that I can't finish them, but then I'd just keep eating anyway, and then I'd probably get like a sticky date pudding or something like that for dessert. And
That's
again,
fair.
Sticky day pudding's
more than I can finish.
Yeah, I didn't think about dessert. Do you get dessert as well with your last meal, or is it just
Yeah.
like the main?
You get
Get
whatever,
whatever you want.
I don't know what I would have for my
McFlurry,
dessert.
yeah,
Nah.
soft serve with a.
Does it
flake.
have to? If my last meal comes from Macca's, do I have to get the? Do I have to get the dessert from Macca's? as
No,
well,
you
or
can get a
do I
KFC crusher too if you want.
Oh, sweet, awesome. No, I reckon sticky day pudding would probably be the go for me as well. But it has to be the Sara Lee.
Not like homemade.
No. The one from the supermarket.
Yeah.
Fucking love that one. Yeah. Just takes me back. Either that or like a Maxi Bon.
Takes you back where?
To my childhood when we used to have
Maxi Bon.
We like dessert was never a big thing in our household when I was a kid.
No,
like,
neither is ours.
ever. We never really got. I mean, we did like, but it was maybe like once a month. Maybe we would have a dessert, and maybe like it would be like Dad would go and buy a sticky date pudding, like the Sara Lee or is it? No, it wouldn't be Daryl Lee. That's a chocolate. It was a Sara Lee sticky date pudding with like vanilla ice cream from the supermarket. That would be like once a month or once every couple of months. We'd have like a dessert after dinner, or a Magnum Ego.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dessert only became a thing for me later in life. when I was a grown-ass man, I could do whatever the fuck I want.
I realised something yesterday when I went out for breakfast with my friends, and their daughter ordered like Fruit Loops at this cafe, and I was like, man, Fruit Loops for
What cafe sells Fruit Loops?
Smart
on
one.
a kids menu. Yeah.
How much do they charge for Fruit Loops?
I don't know. They didn't have any. They ran out, so she had Cocoa Pops instead.
How much do Cocoa Pops
Good
cost?
choice.
I don't know. $3 or $4. I don't know.
So when the question was what kind of cafe sells Fruit Loops, it should have been not that one.
Yeah, I guess so.
They do.
But yeah, this is an awesome cafe. It's our favourite spot to go for brekkie. I had big breakfast.
What's the name of the place?
It's called the Paddock. I'll give it a shout out. It's called the Paddock Cafe, and it's literally like next to a bunch of paddocks. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's horses and stuff you can feed. It's pretty cool.
Oh, is that where the picture of the horse was from?
The horse with the long face.
That's the picture of the horse.
Yeah, I thought you were I thought you were at your in-laws.
No, that was the cafe. Anyway,
okay.
And I thought when I was a kid, I used to love Fruit Loops, and we'd only get them like school holidays or whatever.
Yeah.
And now that I'm a grown up, I don't eat them because I know how terrible they are for me. So it's kind of that thing of when you're a kid, you can't because your parents won't give it to you. And then when you're old enough, you know better, so you don't do it anyway. And I realised maybe I should just start buying them every now and then as like a dessert, like after dinner, because I don't really do dessert. But if I was, why not? You know, instead of buying ice cream or something, why not have some Fruit Loops? Like, take you back to
The
childhood.
rules are meant there to be broken.
Interesting.
I was never a huge fan of Fruit Loops. I was more a Cocoa Pops person myself.
Yeah, I like all of it. I'm a
I
big
never got
cereal
Fruit
guy.
Loops either as a kid.
No?
Never had Fruit Loops, never had Cocoa Pops. We used to get plain rice bubbles, plain cornflakes, or Wheat Bix. Or Nutri-Grain. We used to get Nutri-Grain.
Nutri-Grain would have been
Nutri-Grain was like
the lolly of those.
Nutri-Grain was like the treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the treat. I was like, yeah.
What's it
Did
coated
you
in?
put honey or sugar or anything on like the Wheat Bix or the rice bubbles?
No, never. That was the thing. I remember the first time I went to like a friend's house, stayed at the friend's house like on the weekend or whatever, and his mum made like, or not made, but gave us Wheat Bix, and I.
We lost you there for a sec, Jack.
You froze on our end and everything just went...
Yeah, you'll just have to cut this bit out, I guess.
No,
No,
it's silly though.
No? I'm just going to keep it
I
in.
know what the story is because I've heard it before, but how do you just eat Wheat Bix with nothing on it? Like, that would be cardboard with
Yeah,
milk.
I used to
No,
eat plain Wheat Bix every now and again.
Anyway, the story, yeah. So the continuation of that story was at this friend's house, sitting down, and I remember his mum gives us Wheat Bix for breakfast, and then he starts fucking pouring sugar on them. Like, what the fuck is this sorcery? Some fucking sugar on your Wheat Bix? The fuck is this? And I didn't have any because I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. You know that thing when you're a kid? It's like, even though your parents aren't around, you're like, they'll find out.
They'll know.
Yeah, they'll know. And I'm like, no, I'm alright. I'll just have them plain. But like, I'm fine. Like Wheat Bix on their own are fine. But no, honey. But like honey, yeah, I could put honey on cornflakes and Wheat Bix, and that was
So
sort of
good.
like to sweeten it up. But generally, it would just be, you know, I'd have like 4 Wheat Bix and just like let them go all mushy and eat them all up, and then go again and have like 10 at the end of, by 10 o'clock.
I'm weird with Wheat Bix. I think it goes back my dad did when I was a kid at school. My dad did 3 shifts. It was like day work, dog watch, arvo, and when he was on day work, we used to get looked after by his cousin, but we called her Auntie Gloria. But she always used to feed us for breakfast mushed up Wheat Bix with hot water.
Oh, what?
What kind of monster
really-
is that?
I
Didn't
know.
even shell out for the milk.
No, we had milk, but
Bitch.
I don't know. She's gay with water, and it was just horrible. I
Hot
used
water
to
as
hate
well.
eating
Why?
it.
Fuck.
No, just
Yeah,
water
I
in
know.
general.
It was really weird. I think she did it to make it mushy, and like
That's
now
so
I just
weird.
can't eat a mushy. I have to when I have Wheat Bix, it has to be like 2 at a time, and have to pour the milk over that, and have to eat it while it's still have the semi form. Yeah,
Wow.
I can't eat it when
That's
it goes
fucked up.
soggy. It's
That is-
disgusting.
Auntie Claudia, you reckon?
Gloria.
It's funny how like
Gloria.
Wheat Bix.
Yeah, oh, there you go. That explains it.
It's funny how Wheat Bix and Vegemite, much like Australian rules footy, never taken off anywhere except for here. And it's like it's not just a thing that we have. It's like our main breakfast spread and our main
Yeah.
breakfast cereal.
That's because Vegemite sucks.
Yeah, but Wheat
Fuck
Bix
off.
are like a pretty
that
standard,
logic would suggest
uninteresting
that
thing.
AFL sucks as well. So it doesn't work.
I beg your pardon, dear. You just
I said by that logic, AFL sucks. You're saying that's because it sucks.
Yeah.
AFL doesn't suck, and Vegemite does.
Well-
and Wheat Bix also don't suck.
Look, do we have to explain how you're not Australian?
I'm super Australian.
No,
bro.
you don't. You don't like lamb. You don't like Vegemite.
Doesn't like beer.
I like the heat. I like beer.
No,
I
you
just
like
don't
Mexican
the
beer.
taste of it. I like Carlton Dry. I drink Carlton Dry, which is an Aussie beer. I like Mexican beer. What's the fucking difference? A beer is beer.
Yeah.
It's
No.
bottled over here, I'm
And,
pretty sure.
When you have to
And
put a
Carlton
lime
Draft
or
on tap
lemon
is
in
like
it,
my
it's
favourite.
not beer.
I don't. No, but there you go. I don't put lime or lemon in my beer. I just have it straight up. No junk in it, mate. No fucking around.
How about you? Do you have any favourite cereals, Ash?
Like Nutri-Grain, obviously the Wheat Bix I used to have. Just as you get older, you just sort of go for the healthier options with the fruit and berries and stuff. But
Yeah.
my favorite one growing up was Frosties. Did you guys have Frosties?
Is that the one with the tiger or lion
Yes.
on the front or whatever?
What it is
Basically
cornflakes
cornflakes with sugar, yeah.
with sugar. Yeah, that's all it was. So
Except it's like
saving-
it's coated in sugar, not
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
it's not doesn't all fall to
It's
the
like
bottom.
the fruit ones as well, but that's the problem with the fruit ones. You're like, oh, I'll get the cornflakes with the berries in them, and the berries are have like a millimeter
Yeah.
thick sugar coating on them.
My like
Crunchy
grown up
Nut.
treat cereal that I don't get very often is Crunchy Nut because
Crunchy Nut.
it's not quite like a Fruit Loops or Cocoa Pops, but you wouldn't want to have it every week.
So fucking good.
I used to
I
eat it
love
every week
Crunchy
at
Nut.
uni and had like all just heaps of boxes, empty boxes above my gear.
I used to.
Why
take
wouldn't you
school
take
all
the boxes
time,
out?
those-
Because I was like,
Just
know
empty
what-
boxes and
you know what
mementos.
you know what people are like. I was like, I eat a ton of these things. I wonder if I keep the boxes, if it will, show how much I eat them.
One day they'll be collector's items.
You go,
Yeah.
Mr. Kellogg, you go,
Not
look
really.
how dedicated I am to your
One
product.
day.
I used to
Just a
get those
weird, like-
Crunchy Nut bars all the time for school.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
those cereal bar
yeah,
things.
yeah.
No way they're good for you.
So
Definitely
having
not.
these conversations reminds me about how I don't want to say depraved, but like how I used to go to school and I would have like a standard muesli bar. Like if we were lucky, it would be a yogurt top, bit of
choc
fruit
chips.
and a sandwich. No choc chips, none of that. And I would go to school and the kids would have like the Incredibites or the Tiny Teddies or the LCMs
Yeah.
and like the
Yeah.
the good like the good cool foods, and I would just be like, man, why do we never get like the good stuff? And Mum would never ever buy any of like those things. And nowadays I think about that and I'm like, fuck, I'm so glad Mum never bought
Yeah.
those things. And like I've never had a cavity or anything or a filling in
No, me
my
either.
life. And I put that down to like the lack of sugar that I had as a kid. Like very minimal, rare. Like, Coca-Cola was not something that we ever had in our house. Soft drinks or anything like that. And so,
Look at you now.
like growing up, it was, hey,
I said, look at you now.
Yeah.
yeah, look at me now.
Look at
Still
your
no
fridge
fillings,
now.
though. Yeah. My fridge is full of bloody Mount Franklin lightly sparkling water, mate. I'm a fake Coke fan. But yeah, I put all that down to, and it's not like I was fucking, an athlete or anything. I was still pudgy kid, but we just ate like home cooked meals and stuff pretty much exclusively, and we never rarely had sweets and stuff in the house. So I sort of think about that now. I'm like, fuck, I'm glad actually that I never had that kind of shit like as a kid. I didn't get like conditioned to having sugar and stuff like that all the time.
I used to remember I always wanted fruit roll-ups, but Mum would never buy them for me.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Never,
I was
ever.
In hindsight, I don't know what they are.
They're mushed up fruit and sugar.
It's just sugar.
I think
it's
roll
just, it's just like a roll, like a flat roll that you would unwrap.
Yeah, I know what they are, but I don't know what's in them.
They're just it's just sugar.
They just
Sugar
literally
and
got
flavour.
a roll, like a rolling pin, and rolled out like an apple or whatever.
I very
That's what
much doubt
happened.
that.
I think there was an ad where they would like put it into a machine and like turn a crank and it would come out as a roll up.
No.
Deceptive.
Yeah.
Technology.
No, I remember that. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, put the fucking apples and the strawberries and stuff into like the rolling thing, and it'd pop out as a fruit roll up. It's like, oh right, that's fucking healthy.
Yeah. In hindsight, it's probably
You
just
can't do that shit anymore.
it's just sugar and food dye, really.
I
Probably.
wonder if they
It
still
is.
make them.
No, it has real fruit in it. It says on the box. X% real fruit.
One
Real fruit.
Next time we
maybe
0.1%.
next
May
time we have
contain
like a
traces
party
of
or
fruit.
whatever. Next time we have a
May
party
contain
with multiple Explosion Network people, we should have like all these foods from our childhood that we weren't allowed to eat, like roll ups and Fruit Loops and
Yeah.
Was there
LCMs.
anything,
Fuck you, mum and dad party.
extra life.
Look at me now. I got roll ups and shit.
LCMs.
was there anything you would deny, Dash?
No, nothing springs to mind. I mean, nothing.
Sunlight.
I think anytime you go out to the shops and it hits lunchtime, we're always like, we're going to get to eat some sort of fast food or something. No, then we go home and have sandwiches or something.
Oh, how boring.
I know, right?
Your mum and dad suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Send
Bread
me
was
to
something that
Rosebud.
I ate a lot of as a kid.
For me, fast food was always a treat. It was never like, this week we went to KFC
Yeah.
last week, so we'll go to Macca's this week. It was always like,
Yeah.
Dad's bringing fast food home from work on the way home, and it was a big thing.
Holy fuck, yeah. It's like, yeah. That was it. Yeah, for us the same. It was birthdays.
Oh, really? So that's
Like, oh, it's a
ours was
birthday.
a
What
bit
do you
more
want to
frequent
have?
than that.
It's like Macca's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like special occasions, birthdays mainly, and every now and then. But yeah, that was same. It was maybe like half a dozen times a year we would get McDonald's
Yep.
as a kid.
That's why you
That's
want
fair.
it for your last meal.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So good.
Drawing it all back to that, how do we feel about capital punishment?
Jeez. Just took a left turn.
I'm against it personally.
Yeah, I'm against
Against
it. Definitely.
I think in
In
certain
my
situations.
mind, in my reasoning is nobody at all ever has the right to take somebody else's life.
Yeah, that's
That's just the way
my
I feel.
stance as well. And I come at it from a moral perspective. I don't think it's our place to take away life.
Even
It's
if you think
obviously-
about it practically as well, like someone commits a heinous crime, killing them isn't really punishment. Like
Yeah, they get
ending
away
their
with
life,
it.
like-
Kind of like they
Exactly,
get to
like-
they get to just end their misery. You can put them in jail, and they have to think about what they've done for the rest of their life. I think that you don't want to see someone like the Unabomber or whoever in like one of those prisons where they can play table tennis and stuff. Like you want
Yeah.
them to be basically just mindlessly spending their days thinking about what they've done and how they messed up. That's my stance.
I think
agree.
if they're
What about you,
beyond rehabilitation, then financially,
Rehabilitation.
it's a better decision to end their life.
Sometimes it
Yeah.
sometimes it costs a lot more
Yeah.
to execute people than it does to actually just keep them in prison their entire life.
Sometimes.
It's a hard one for me. I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, for some crimes, I feel like, and if there's like without a shadow of a doubt that they did, because there's that whole argument as well
Yeah.
about people that have been sentenced to like death row or whatever, and have been found through forensic evidence like years after they've been executed they were actually innocent, etc. and so on. So I think like in some situations for some crimes, if there's without a shadow of a doubt, like if there's like cold cut proof, like footage or many eyewitnesses, something. For instance, someone like the Vegas shooter, and these kinds of people. But then at the same time, I feel like death is too good, too good for you. but there's no, especially at least in the Western world, there's no
humane,
suitable, humane. No, I'm thinking we need something different.
No humane punishment.
Yeah,
that the left would be okay.
I don't
with.
want humane punishment.
Jack's saying it's too humane.
I'm saying that we don't have anything, I think, that suits some of those people that I think would be suitable in the Western world. So maybe in some, like, they do some pretty messed up stuff over like other parts of the world, stonings and public flaying and stuff like that. So there's it's I don't know, it sounds really brutal to talk about, but there's some terrible people that do terrible things in this world, and I do, like, sometimes I think about that kind of stuff, like as a father, what if I had to something happened to my son, someone did something like that, I feel like the death penalty would be too good, and we're just leave me alone in a room with him for 24 hours and then that'll be punishment enough for him. Like,
what do you think the just punishment is if somebody farted on William?
Death. I reckon death. Yeah, that's capital punishment. No, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
Find out, Jono. Fart off William next time you're there.
I went really dark for a second. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with capital punishment, but it has to be like, I feel like the crime has to be like I said, someone in situations like that, the Vegas killer, some of those sorts of people, like rapists and child molesters and stuff like that.
What about?
But then again, death's too good for those people.
What about those?
It's too easy for them.
Those people hypothetically have a significant mental illness, and they weren't in their right mind. Do they deserve to be put to death for something that's beyond their control?
Yeah. No, probably not. No, but that's the other thing. Like, if in a court of law that can be proven that they are mentally unstable, and that's the other thing, is that a lot of these people, to do what they've done,
because
you
can't be sane and do all that.
Yeah, exactly. So there has to be some sort of level. You can't just be like, oh, this guy's was a little bit autistic and was bullied, and so he massacred 30 people. That to me is not an excuse as mental health. Mental health is like, he's a paranoid schizophrenic who sees visions of Satan telling him to massacre people. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that person needs to be in a mental institution and heavily medicated, or whatever they do to try and fix people like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not like, he had a learning disorder and then stabbed his parents. That to me is not an excuse for heinous crime.
The other side of it is potential for them to become a martyr. Like, if they did it for some political reason or religious reason or whatever it is, like, for them to be killed, like, that is often their goal, is take out a bunch of people on the way out, and then they either end up shooting themselves or the cops shoot them. But if they are a
coward's way out, isn't it?
Yeah, if they are apprehended somehow, then I think to execute them is almost giving them what they expected or what they wanted. So I think prison is far worse thing.
Can you imagine if they executed Charles Manson?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a really good point, isn't it? I was just thinking about that before when you said that, Jono, about being martyr, was Charles Manson. Like, there's been people like that over the years that
Ted Bundy.
Yeah. Ted Unabomber, Kaczynski, whatever. Not Kaczynski, but whatever his last name was.
Ivan Milat.
Ted Kaczynski.
Malcolm Naden.
And we're coming at it from a perspective of, we haven't had capital punishment in this country for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And so we're not sort of exposed to it on a level where we're saying, we should, have this person executed in that. So
I can't imagine it's a very common occurrence in America either.
I don't know. That's the other thing. Like, I don't know the statistics. Like, it could be.
I think it is in
might
some
not
states.
Like, it's hard to say.
If you believe movies, then yes. But
yeah, it's hard to. That's the other thing. It's like, it's hard for us to give a proper, informed answer on capital punishment. It should almost be its own topic.
It is its own topip. That's
you know what I mean. Like, we could do a whole episode on capital punishment.
Barts and capital punishment is the same thing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Well, last year Texas executed 7, Arkansas 4, Alabama, Florida, Ohio, Virginia 3 and 2. Yeah.
It sounds
think
like
it's
it's
gone down
about
heaps.
20 a year or something.
Yeah, around
Okay.
that.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to guess that those people have done that. Like they're the worst of the worst. Like, for that.
You'd hope so.
But I could be wrong. Again, I'm coming from an uninformed position, which is generally the position that I come from.
I was watching I don't know if you watch Vice documentaries or little videos and stuff at all. Though I was watching one where they were saying that they've had so many issues with lethal injection, like they've been able to get the right drugs or the right mix of drugs, and they've been dying pretty painfully
Yeah, like
and all
people
that.
like flipping out. And,
Yeah,
like,
one instance where it
seizuring for,
didn't
like, an
actually
hour.
kill him. Like they're thinking of bringing back firing squads because it's more reliable than
Well, they've got all those guns, so they need to do something with them.
put them to use.
Jesus. God.
Ashley, get all the guns and shoot everyone.
That's what they're designed
Surely
for.
they could-
So
They could set up like a firing squad using robots or something by this point, or like mounted weapons, so that there doesn't have to be that person that knows that they pulled the trigger.
That's true. But I suppose you also have the person who pushed the button.
Have it set up on a
Regal-
timer or
regardless-
something.
A timer.
no, you just set up like a death trap room, and then you just let them in.
Like in Saw or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jigsaw copycat puzzles.
yeah. If they can escape, then they get to live the rest of their life in prison. If not, they're dead, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
Bloody hell, Ashley.
Well, in my mind, these people are child molesters and murderers and stuff. I don't really.
I don't think child molestation is actually a capital crime.
It should be.
It should be, yeah. Fucking oath it should be.
Like that Larry
Um,
Nassar guy, he got what, 150 years prison? I'm like, at a certain point,
Who was that?
you know the story about the guy with the
Which one was he?
American gymnast team, who was like
Oh yeah.
Oh,
molesting
yeah.
children
No,
for
I
like
didn't hear
40
it.
years or
What
something.
happened?
Like
Well, yeah.
20 something, yeah.
Shit, yep.
Yeah, just throw him in a fire.
Like 8 life sentences or something like
Yeah.
that.
Wow. Sometimes they get it wrong.
I do.
Stephen Avery.
Alright.
I think
Yeah,
he's
So
Cool.
what
still
was your favourite roll up?
My favourite role. I love the rainbow one.
Yeah, Rainbow was
Okay.
good. Strawberry was solid.
raspberry.
Strawberry
I thought
solid.
it was,
I hated
yeah.
the berry ones. Like, you'd buy a packet that had like 2 strawberry and the other 2 were like grape or something like that.
Oh,
it was
let's
really
talk
bad.
about like a variety pack for a second. What's something
Yeah.
you get in a variety pack, and when you get the last one, what's the last one that no one wants?
Black jelly
Apple.
beans.
Yeah,
Oh, you took...
in
anything.
general.
Yeah. Yeah, black jelly beans.
Turkish
probably the one.
delights or cherry ripes in favourites.
I reckon
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. Oh, no,
Nick-
Turkish delights are
Nick,
okay.
we
but
can be
cherry
best
ripes
buddies.
suck fucking...
The cherry
Oh,
ripe's
yeah.
always the last ones.
Aren't we already?
Cherry
Yeah.
ripes suck. Or bounties. Imagine getting left with a
Yeah.
bounty.
With
Bounties
Starburst,
suck.
with the Starburst lollies, like it was always the lemon
Oh,
ones.
the cherry. Really? The cherry
Really?
ones are...
I like the lemon.
Nah.
Lemon ones are good. The cherry ones are the worst. I think cherry, like, generally is bad. Yeah.
Anything banana flavored.
Good stuff.
Dude, bananas.
No, no.
You don't,
Bananas
you don't
my
like banana
jam.
lollies?
That's my favorite
No.
favorite ice cream flavor.
Really, of
Yeah.
all the ice cream flavors you could
Yeah.
like.
I always get
I'm partial to a...
banana and cookies and cream. Yeah.
I'm partial to a banana milkshake, but I don't
Yeah.
know about ice cream.
Banana
It's good
split.
stuff.
Oh,
I-
fuck, I haven't had a milkshake in forever.
I don't think I've ever had a banana flavoured ice cream.
You should
No,
try
I
it.
don't believe I have.
The only ones that I know of are the paddle pops.
Nah, next time you go to the ice cream shop, if they've got banana, because not everyone does, it's a bit of a niche flavor, I guess.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Clearly,
Hipster.
the sales prove it.
It's too hard to produce. There's a shortage of
Speaking of paddle
quality
pops,
bananas.
Did you know that rainbow flavoured ones are just caramel?
Really?
Flavour.
I did hear that recently. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sham.
I did not know that.
That is.
Yeah, rainbow flavour is just caramel with different colours.
Interesting.
My mind is just blown.
I can see it.
I wish I'd known that. I would have been eating caramel. I would have been eating rainbow paddle pops for longer. Caramel's like my favourite like flavor as far as any of that. Caramel is the bee's knees. Caramel anything. Caramel Maxi Bon, caramel milkshake, caramel sundae from McDonald's.
Do you like salted caramel?
Yeah, salted caramel's good. I prefer just normal caramel, but salted caramel's acceptable.
I hate salted caramel. I had it was one of those Zumbo edition Tim Tams, and it was salted caramel, and all you could taste was salt. It was awful.
Yeah, no, I've had the salted caramel Tim Tams. They're no good. The normal caramel Tim Tams though, with the chewy in them.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Doctor, that is the fucking shit. Drink it through your coffee through,
bomb.
like you bite it on both ends and
Caramel
straw with the Tim Tam. Oh my god, it's so good, Nick.
I'm Australian, not to have.
Even I know you don't drink.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Exactly. You call me an Australian. Now
you are.
You don't drink coffee.
No.
But you could do it with like a hot Milo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could do that.
But
or
it's
a
not
tea.
the same. It's not the same, but a hot. No.
It has to be hot.
Tea.
Why not tea?
Yeah, tea would
Because
be bad.
It's tea. That'll make it. Tea would make it taste terrible.
Coffee tastes terrible.
No, but it's like a tea chocolate combination.
No.
Then that doesn't sound great.
Yeah, that sounds terrible to me. No, that sounds really bad. Just do it with get like a hot Milo. Make yourself a hot Milo. Just settle in. Get your smoking jacket on. Get in your big chair by the fireplace, and then just Tim Tam. Both bite one corner of each side and just fucking go whooshka, mate. Oh yes.
Drink it.
It's gotta be hot though because it melts the Tim
Tam.
Tam. Fuck.
I used to make cups of tea as a kid just to dunk a whole packet of just one after the other of Milk Arrow with biscuits in it.
Oh yeah.
And then you'd lose half the biscuit in the bottom of the tea. You'd have to fish it out.
The Arrowhead biscuits were good. It reminds me that's when I would be able to get like biscuits and sweets and stuff. Was when I would go to Nonna's house, and she would always have like the Arrowhead biscuits or the strawberry shortcake biscuits.
Yep,
they were fucking the jam. And Madeira cake. Have you ever had Madeira cake?
It's familiar. What is it? Sounds familiar.
It's just like this. It's like a tea cake. It's just like you buy it in like a little bar that's like I don't know. 20 centimeters long.
I'm with you now.
In like it's like a loaf. At first, my nonna always had a Madeira cake there, and she goes, "Oh my god, I could eat like a whole thing of that stuff. Fucking amazing."
Speaking of, banana bread is actually a cake, not a bread.
Yeah, I buy that. Yeah, banana bread also overrated.
Nah, that's
carrot cake though.
Yeah, it's overrated.
Nah, banana bread's no good. Carrot cake is good though.
No, carrot cake's not for me. Cream cheese.
You're not a fan of the cream cheese?
Nah. Disgusting.
No.
Alright. You can tweet your thoughts on capital punishment to Ashley at...
Ashley Hobley, ASHLEY, HOBLEY. It's a thing. I'll be happily read your messages. I don't know. I don't know where to go with that.
You can tweet your last meal request to Jono at...
Jono himself, which is also my Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitch.
And you can tweet the worst flavoured ice cream to Jack at...
Cruisy_mate. Everywhere but YouTube. Taking your catchphrase, Tom.
And you can tell me what you think of farts at Lord N.Prior. You can also follow the show at Explosion Pod. You can rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes. That'd mean a lot. If you have Apple accounts.
If you are so inclined.
Yeah.
You can find out all this stuff at explosionnetwork.com. Follow us on Twitch. We've been doing a lot of streaming lately. Jack found out he hated Monster Hunter on Twitch.
I didn't hate it. It just wasn't for me.
No.
It just wasn't for me.
That's when
worst game of the decade. Jack Cruz.
That's when you actually got to play it this week.
Yeah, no, when I actually eventually played it. I'll tell you what, though, that beta would have saved me half an hour of fucking...
Could have just listened to me, but
whatever.
whatever. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for episode 49 of Pleasure Explosion. Have a lovely week. Bye.
Plat, plat.
Boy. Hey, it's Ashley here to let you know what you can expect from the Explosion Network in January. Feeling nostalgic for 2017 already? Then you should check out the Explosion Network's Best of 2017 Top 10 lists over at explosionnetwork.com. We'll let you know the best games, movies, TV, and more from last year. Got some disposable income that's burning a hole in your pocket? Then why not spend it on some sweet Explosion Network merch? Head over to designbyhumans.com/shop/Explosion Network. Pick up a shirt, or a mug, or a hoodie, or even a sticker. They're all things that you can buy on the shop and they mail out to you. It's crazy. Of course, our weekly shows continue. Pleasure Explosion Mondays, Platinum Explosion Tuesdays, and Grandstand Gurus Thursdays, each at 12 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Catch our live streams on twitch.tv/Explosion Network and keep your targets locked on explosionnetwork.com for all our explosive content. Plat plat. Sound effects. I don't know how to end this ad read. Good luck editing this, Dylan.